Welcome to Trading Lounge and the European indices, starting with the DAX here on the daily chart, and we'll work through to the intraday. So the situation we have here is that we have wave 3 here, and we either have wave 4 here or we'll have wave 4 over here. So the move up through here as a wave C of B would be in 5 waves. So we've been tracking those 5 waves up through to here. And we'll talk about that top there in a moment. If that's correct, then we'll see a move down through here, and this move down through here will be in 5 waves as wave C. So wave 1 and 2, wave 3 normally comes to the lows. Wave 4 is a bit complicated because it's takes a big move in the market, a big event in the market, a big event in one's life takes a little while to resolve and unwind and so on. So wave 4s can be complicated, time consuming, and then wave 5 down through here. So we've either got 5 waves down into this space, or we need to look at this here as 5 waves up here, and we look at it as wave 1 top being in play here. So we can just bring that down here. So wave 1 up to here where the B wave is, and then an ABC for wave 2, and then moving higher from that wave. And if that's the case, then we're not going to miss the short trade, and we're not going to miss the long trade. That's the important point. So on the long side of things, in the outside bigger picture, if this is wave 1, we'll see an A and a B and a C back for wave 2, and then we'll see a move up, and we'll get on top here. But we'll also be able to get this down into the right space here as well for this to buy wave 2. We'll get that sorted out here. So we're not going to miss this. The short side of the market at the moment is that in both cases we're looking for a turn down. So either this one down here or this one down here. So we need to look for short trade. So we can put that pretty much under here now for that short trade. So these are the two patterns that we're looking at, and both of them will be topping out because wave 1 here would be in 5 waves and wave C here would be in 5 waves. So yeah, that's what we're looking for. So we know that we're expecting resistance at the 13,000. Let's dive in and have a look at that. So on the 4-hour chart here, we've been looking at this 5 waves to the upside as wave B or wave 1, but 5 waves of 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here. If it was wave 1, then these green ones would be in the next degree higher, the blue ones, the minute degree. But for the sake of counting to 5, it doesn't really matter that much. So we can just move that over there, just get rid of that. So this is it in a nutshell here. This is what we're looking at here. We'll refine all this in a moment. So we're either getting 5 waves down, or we'll get an A and a B and a C back down to the 50-60% area here, or where the main volume was turned over in this space here will be the support. So that's what we'll be looking for. But either way, we're looking for that move to the downside. So if I can just clean up this a little bit, we'll just move that. So that's what we talked about on the previous chart, and we'll refine that there as well. So yeah, I mean, if there is a top in play now, then we need to be short below this low here. Okay, so yeah, this could still go higher, by the way, or it could drop. Either way, it doesn't matter. We just need to bring in logic. It's not a matter of being right or wrong. It's a matter of doing the right thing at the right time and managing all that situation. So that's our short trade set up here for the moment. And even if there is another push up here, we're not going to go long on that, because what happens is that normally we have the arrival, the reaction here, normally in 3 waves. And then we'll be looking for the first high above the level, and then the market will fold over from that point, and then we have to look for our short trade under here again at that point. And if that gets triggered, we've got that reference point low in. If that gets triggered, well, then we're short. In this case here, we're looking at this. If that moves back down from here, then we're short at that point. So either way, we need confirmation, and that confirmation will be part of the trigger. So like I mentioned, we're not going to miss anything. So it's all cool. So yes, look, from wave 4 here, this low here, we can look at this as wave 1 here and wave 2 here. What's a daisy? And wave 3 here and wave 4 here, and then look at this here as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. So it is possible, and you know this from our charts that we put out every day, so that top can be in play there. But because we are going to be trading against the trend, then we need to be more cautious about what we're doing. So obviously the trend is bullish as such, so we're looking now at this pattern down through here can be 5 waves. We're looking at the US markets. Probably a good idea to have a look at the US markets. Well, let's just have a quick squizzy at the S&P here. So with the S&P 500 here, we're also looking at a top playing out. This is just a 1 hour chart, and we've got, doesn't look like it, but on the cash market there's actually 5 waves down, so we're looking for a little counter trend, and then so the pressure will be to the downside, but this rally here over the next session can be bullish, right? So if that's going to be bullish, then that could certainly take this into a new little high here before coming down once again and then moving down at that point there. Okay, we're going to go into this a little bit more detail now, but I just wanted to point that out. I'm not sure if we've been working on the 2 hour. Nope, the 1 hour we've been working on. So this is the other situation here. We know that I've had 2 counts going up through here. So one's normally had this one is 1 here and 2 here, and then 3 here and 4 here, and then 5 waves. We've been tracking in this extension up here, but I've also had it in terms of wave 1 here, wave 2 here, then wave 1 of the next smaller degree, wave 2 here, wave 3, wave 4, and then all of this up here for wave 5 of wave 3. So it's possible that this can be wave 4 here. We don't need that anymore because you would have traded to 13,000 and gotten out. So, but that's our little trigger here to look at. So I can see a space where we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 coming into here and then folding over from this point. Okay, so I don't know which one is correct, but and I don't want to go long here because even though this is the first high above the level, it's not really. This is just the I still consider this just the arrival here, and it's in its corrective phase here. So in this particular instance here, we can see that this is more of a bearish picture to the downside here, can't we? So maybe I can just borrow this text here and have this as wave 1 here and wave 2 sitting in here. So basically a little push up into here and then down in here. So we're not going to miss it, whatever happens. That low there is paramount there. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here. So it does count as 5 waves moving down. I'll just check on the cash market. And the cash market, I can get 5 waves out of it, but they're overlapping and it's not a really good look. I need to take a picture of it to show you, but yeah, look, that's sort of where we are really. I think I just really need to leave it at that at the moment for this. I don't think we've been working on the intraday for this. I'll just check. No. Let me just have a quick look though. Okay, so if we consider this the top here, then the 5 waves down would count like this here. It would be 5 waves down for wave 1, back up for wave 2, that doesn't count very well in there, does it? Actually, I mean, the trouble with this particular count is that one thing is clear is wave 1 low here and wave 4 here overlap. So that's a bit of a no-no. But sometimes you got to kind of just take it on the chin, because when you're working with large numbers, it can really skew the wave count a lot. One of the main points from here is that it's failed to find support over this side, and then this side of the equation is resistance at this side, isn't it? So yeah, but wave 1, wave 2, wave 3. I just don't like that wave 3. I can see parts of it okay. I can see the 1 and the 2, and maybe it's the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. It doesn't make sense, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anyway, I've got work to do on that. I mean, this is 5 waves up here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for an A wave, an A and a B and a C for the B wave, and then up here for this. So, and then a clear 5 waves down for this here. So, it's, yeah. I mean, I can also see that, and then this one here, I've got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here. So we've still got the A wave here. We've got a B wave that can pull back here to, you don't want to get in too early here, because this here 50-60% mark here, that's where wave B can come back. So you could get an A wave, a B wave and a C wave up to here first. So really, once it plays out up here and then finds resistance under here, then that's the short trade at that point. I can't draw on this side, but yeah, just be mindful of that here. I mean, this can be a corrective pullback as well here, so it could count here as, if I can copy that, as an A wave to here, B wave to here, and a C wave to here as a wave 4 here. That would be the upside things we'll talk about before. So that's why at this point, that low there becomes critical as the short trade. But we should be able to get a better entry in that once we've got wave B in play here. So down for B and up. And it might, you know, if I'm wrong and this comes straight down, well, then you need to be, you know, short from that particular point. Yeah, okay, not 100% clear. So we're not, even if it moves up, we're not going to go long, because you can, but and that would be the target, 30,100. So if you're scalping, it doesn't really matter. But we're trying to figure out the trend. So yeah, that's where that is. The AEX will be pretty much the same as well here for this. So we were looking at our target from wave B to wave C here, of B or wave 1 there, whichever plays out. Get these things working. Yeah, so the same thing will play out here in this regard as well. So from these lows here to here, in one way or another, we'll be looking for that 50-60% retracement level here. But at the same time as well, there can be one more new high here as well. We met our target, which was the 565, and it's part of group 2, which is 65, 72 and 80, so that's all cool. And we've seen a bit of a sharp sell-off with all of that there, so let's just get rid of some of this now. Yeah, so we don't need that there, but we'll keep that. So probably this low here at this stage, it would be, we need another retest in here, so we need to see another retest here. If that pushes up into there, then you can grab this here, copy that and put that up into that space there. Yeah, they're the triggers for the short side at that stage. I mean, see, once again, we're fighting a bullish market. You know, it won't be the first time I've been wrong before, so a little bit of caution. So any trades on this side here really need to be, you know, smaller, you know, 25% of a normal trade or something, and then we can build into it from that point. But we just need more evidence at this stage for that turn there. Let's just have a look at the hourly chart. I don't think I've updated it. Okay, this is the last time we spoke, so we're looking at this move coming up here, so we could move that to here. Okay, well that helps a little bit. So what about if I just use one of those? I can move in over here. So that low there becomes quite critical, because that's the move down the retest. I can see that this is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, so it will dribble lower there. So it's probably worth going. You have to leave the stop out the way just above here though, for the time being. So that short trade can be in play here for this, and I'll just clean this up a little bit. So we won't know for a while as we got B or 1 in play here. So that's pretty high risk at this stage, because we don't know if the DAX has got one more little move to the upside in that space. And the FTSE has been a different count, and I'm okay with that, because I know some of the Asian counts have still got higher to go as well. So of course, on an intraday basis, we're going to be correcting with the other guys within all of this here. But I've had this as more of a bullish count to the upside here, but it certainly can play out like the other European markets. But I'm happy with this particular count here. I kind of like it really. So in this case here, let me just go to the 1 hour chart here for this. It's a little bit rough here. I mean, I can see straight away here that this is a 4th wave here, and that's a 5th wave ending on here. So it's possible that we have this in play here anyway. Let's just go to the 1 hour chart, which will have more detail in it. Okay, so this is where we were last time, and this 72 number, it was important. You get anyway, I won't go there, but wave 5 of wave 3 here. This can pull back to this base, so let's just grab this. So looking at this as wave 1 here, just to give us an idea, that's a 38.2% retracement level, so that can take us to from this wave 4 to this wave 4 here at 38.2%. So I'll move that text here. So we can, either way, we can expect a move down into this space here. So we don't need this anymore because we've hit a little target to the upside, move that. So in this case here, that you can short that now because that's been triggered. I mean, even though I've got this count moving higher, we can still go with the European markets and look at this correction here. But this 650 here. This is as a retested resistance here. Then at that point, then I know that I would have the wrong count. But I'm quite prepared to stay with this count until proven otherwise through here for the time being, you know. But either way, this 4th and 5th wave here ties this out here, so we can short it here, and the stop would need to go somewhere up into this space here, and then as soon as this drops down below these lows here, then bring the stop down to just above the 72 number here, the 7720. So don't put stops on whole numbers. That's just crazy. So if you're shorting, then the numbers would be 4 and 7. So 24 or 27 would be the stop for that. Okay, because if you go higher than 7, then you got to go back to 4 again. So yeah, on the short side, 4 and 7 ending numbers would be the right places for stops. All right, I'll leave it at that. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. Cheers.